Good morning, and welcome to the ever popular motivation, meditation, and technical difficulties with Kat. I hope that you are having a good morning. I, on the other hand, am trying to figure out why my YouTube is not streaming properly. So, while I hang out and try to figure out what's going on, chat, tell me about your weekend. What fun things were you up to this weekend? And if you are willing to put it in chat, yes, you did have an earthquake this morning. That's right. Good morning, Mr. Mark. How are you? If you're willing to put in chat, let's see how you did with removing yourself from social media. How did you do with your communication? Did you choose how you took your communications through social media, through news outlets? How'd you do with that? If you are willing to put it in chat, or if you're willing to, say something about it, did you notice a difference? Did you notice that when you chose to change your source of information, that maybe your outlook on things changed? Maybe your positivity was growing. What options did you see? What new habits did you maybe pick up? Again, I'm just looking at why things are not streaming properly, because, who doesn't like technical difficulties? I was under the impression that I had all this figured out over the weekend, but apparently I did not. But that's okay. So, Mr. Mark, the earthquake that you had this morning, what was up with that? I heard that you could feel it from Fort Erie to St. Catharines. That's crazy. And it wasn't just my belly is talking because I am hungry. You actually felt like stuff was shaking. You could physically feel a rumbling. If you are willing to talk about that, that'd be neat and sweet to hear about. So I know I kind of have gamer face happening right now because I am trying to figure out what is up. I'm trying to figure out why when I do go live on YouTube, it's not allowing me to have audio. Why is it that whenever I try to do stuff, it does not let me add audio? What is up with that? So, those of you who are watching on, let's do this. Those of you who are watching on Twitch, and normally you are watching on Twitch and the YouTube, please bear with me. See if I do that. hopefully I'm not doxing myself and you guys are just seeing a very confused looking me. You know what? If any of you want to start streaming, this is something that you kind of deal with. This is things that kind of happen. This is technical difficulties, and I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Oh look, I have 5 years watching me struggle try to figure out how to use Streamlabs over top of my my Twitch settings. This is exciting. Control audio. Oh, yay! Thank you, Tal. You helped me meet my follower goal. Woo! Thank you, Talali. I love you, and I am sorry that I fail on the YouTubes. Let's see what happens if I do that. Nope. That did not do a thing. That's neat. That's sweet. Yeah, so chat, what's up, you know? You know, you can talk, you can do stuff, you can see how things are happening. No, you cannot comment for 10 minutes because reasons. Good morning, Taco Cat OJ. How are you? Yes, I do have new subscriber rules on because I was hit by the bot hammer the other day. And I'm gonna have to go through and clean up my followers. But you know what? Oh boy. What is happening here? Oh boy. I don't have no idea what I have just done. But that's okay. If I do this, but then I do this. Maybe I do this. I don't know. Guys, I apologize. I am not good at this. So you know what? I am going to not use the Streamlabs today. And, you know, maybe I will see if I can finagle one of you fine people to hang out with me later on today and see if I can't figure out how to stream this properly, because now I have 2 sets of music going, and that's very concerning. So we're just gonna do that before I break my computer. You know what? That's what I'm all about. I am all about transparency. I am all about showing that I have no idea what I'm doing as far as streaming goes, but you know what? I'm still having fun because, again, you guys are nice enough to hang out with me every morning. You guys are nice enough to hang out with me, and actively make a change. Actively make a positive change in your life, where instead of watching the news, instead of watching the financials, you are actively hanging out with me, and it kind of makes me feel better about myself that people care about what I have to say, but it also means that you have chosen to make an active change in your life, and that is what I'm all about. Making positive changes in our lives so that we can make this world a better place. And so if you are new to the stream, this is usually what happens. This is meditation, motivation, and coffee with Kat. This is, or as I have most recently dubbed it, motivation, meditation, and technical difficulties with Kat. Because every morning I feel like I finally have a handle on things, but guess what? Not so much. But that's okay. And each morning we do breath work, we do some awareness work where I bring to light maybe some challenges that you never realized was a thing. I bring to light some challenges that, if you think about through the day, maybe those are small positive changes that you can make in your life to awaken your true self. Last week, we talked about communication, which led me to a really good segue in maybe this is going to turn into a rant, maybe this is going to turn into something super cool and educational. But this week I'm going to talk about how I use tabletop role-playing games in my transformational life coaching. I am going to talk about how we can use tabletop roleplay in order to help us deal with trauma. How we can use tabletop roleplay to experience leadership, to experience maybe situations that make us feel uncomfortable, and we can learn through roleplay and through experimentation and through support from each other how we can deal with these certain situations. But first, I want to put us in learning state. I know some of you may have heard me talk about this before. This learning state is actually a state where we go from our sympathetic nervous system, our fight, flight, and freeze, and we actually activate our parasympathetic. I know that those are some big words for 7:15 in the morning, but you know what? The parasympathetic is actually what allows us to perceive the situation before we react. Because we're talking about tabletop roleplay, we are going to put some proficiency bonuses into our perception. That's what we are about to do. So, I invite you now to get comfortable. I need to open this window a smidge. Oh, yep, there's a nice little close-up of me. There we go. Okay. Guys, professional streamer. No, not a professional streamer. Speaking of professional streamers, if you want to help support the stream, feel free to smash that follow button, and you can learn when I go live. You can get live notifications. You can get notifications sent to you directly, because Facebook notifications are effing stupid all of a sudden. You can hit the follow button, you can hit the subscribe button, or you can join my Patreon. Anyway, let's get comfy. Let's get some coffee. And so, I invite you to look dead ahead and find the position that's comfortable for you. Whether you are leaning back or whether you are sitting in proper posture, if you are laying on the couch, find somewhere that is comfortable, that feels natural to you, and look straight ahead. And once you've found that spot, without moving your head, move your eyes up to as far up as they go without pain, without moving your head. If you wear glasses, this will probably be just above the top rim of your glasses. And just look at that spot. Don't move your head. just move your eyes. And if your eyes start to hurt or if they start to get dry, you can close them a little bit, but try to keep them open as much as you can. And just focus on that single spot. And once you have become aware of everything in your immediate peripheral, expand your sight. Expand past that immediate dot and start to see other things around you, other things that are in your field of vision specifically. And if you find your eyes start to fall down, or if you notice that your eyes start to wander to a different spot, you can change your position so that you actually have something specific to look at. If you need to put a dot, or if you need to put a hook on the wall, or if you need to move yourself so you can actually see the corners of maybe the molding around your door frame, that's okay. Don't move your head. Keep your eyes up on that one spot. And once you've developed the awareness of everything in your field of vision, everything that you can physically see, expand that vision mentally and picture in your mind everything that's in front of you. If you drew a line from your shoulders to the left corner of the room and the right corner of the room, mentally see everything in that room. Expand your vision 180 degrees. Now that you can see everything from your shoulders forward and all through the room, expand that vision 360 degrees. Allow yourself to see everything in the room mentally. If you need to imagine yourself slowly doing a 360 and looking at everything in the room, that's okay. This is developing an awareness of everything around you. Don't move your head. Make sure your head is still level. Your eyes is the only thing that has moved up. And you can see mentally everything around you through the entire room. Good. And feel free to bring your vision back. Blink it out if you have to. Blink it out if you need to, get the moisture back to your eyes. So, we have just added proficiency bonus. Aw, you installed Twitch for me. Thank you. Thank you, Tal. I love you. Oh, and look at that. You've been a follower for 12 minutes, 13 minutes, so now you can chat. Welcome to the community. Welcome, Tally, to the Twitch community, and welcome. Welcome to everybody who is joining me today. We just finished triggering what's known as the learning state, or Hakalau. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that, but that's okay. And what we've done is we have shifted our physical body from the sympathetic nerve system, where we immediately trigger the fight, flight, or freeze, and we have now allowed our peripheral perception to not only just be tunnel vision, but now it is 360 degrees. So now, before we fight, or freeze, we will actually see what the situation is before we react. And so I have mentioned that this just gave us proficiency bonus to our perception checks. Because this week, I am going to be talking about how I use tabletop roleplay to live with, to accept, and move on from trauma, from social anxiety, from leadership development, all sorts of things. This week I am going to nerd it out, and I'm going to show you how, yes, tabletop roleplay might have been originally for nerds, but it is actually an amazing tool for creation through dissociation. So the first thing I want to do is I want to find your authentic self. Some of you might be saying, but we already did our authentic self. You already did a 4-day program on our authentic self. Yeah. This is a different way of finding it, though. This is a different way of unlocking it. So, I invite you now. We are going to flip over to the meditation screen. And I'm going to get rid of my ugly mug, because you don't need to see that, because this is all about you. And so I invite you now to close your eyes. I invite you now to allow your unconscious to take you where you want to go with the music. Allow your unconscious to take you to your place of Zen, where it lets you be calm, be free, and be you. And here, in your place of Zen, I want you to look around. And I want you to mentally see yourself sitting in your chair, sitting on your couch, and I want you to feel the positive energy surrounding you. I want you to see the positive energy surrounding your physical self as you mentally picture yourself in your chair, comfortable, and I want you to ask your unconscious, is it all right for you to discover your authentic self today, and for you to be aware of them consciously? And if there's any part of you that feels uncomfortable, that's okay. You don't have to discover your authentic self today. You can just join us for the ride. Is there any part of you that wants to resist finding your authentic self today? And again, if there's any part of you that feels uncomfortable, you don't have to join us. You can just sit and listen to the music. You can hang out in your place of Zen. Allow your unconscious mind to tell you, since you know who your authentic self is. Simply think of who you are inside, and giving gratitude to your unconscious, allow yourself to mentally picture yourself in that avatar. Imagine yourself floating gently and safely upwards above your physical body, floating way up high into the quantum space, Notice the higher you float, the better you feel. Imagine floating higher and higher, way up high in the sky. You can imagine floating up into the space, into the cosmos, into the quantum. Just imagine and make it up as you go. Imagine it so your physical body is very small below you. You can imagine this visually and picture what you're seeing. You may do this auditorily and hear the sounds all around you. You may imagine how it feels to float through this process. No matter how you experience the quantum, the process is just fine and perfect for you. Staying way up high, gently look down and see how small your physical body is inside the room, inside the now. And I want you to let the music take over your unconscious. And I want you to feel the air around you start to change. The chill February air now feels warm against your face. You can feel the heat of a crackling fire feet from you. You can see the light dancing in front of your closed eyelids. The smell of wood burning. And the contact points on your body are actually those of a high-backed chair. Very cushy, very relaxing. You hear the crackling fire, the wood's breaking, and you smell the smell of a fireplace. The heat in the room is so different between the chill of the February air. You can actually feel it physically. The heat on your face, your chest, your arms. But then the chill of the February air on your back and on your shoulders. You hear footsteps coming up from the left. And you hear nails clicking on a hardwood floor. It's about time you awoke. You've been sleeping forever. As you open your eyes, you see in front of you a woman about 6 feet tall, emerald green eyes, brown hair with wooden beads sewn through them. She's wearing a leather outfit that is held together with what looks like stitching on the shoulders, the elbows. She carries a sword at her side. And maybe a quiver of arrows on her back, you're not too sure. It is dark. She casts a large silhouette in front of you. As you look around the room, you can see a large stone mantle over top of a huge fireplace almost as big as you can walk into. The roaring fire throwing shadows everywhere you look. Beside the woman who stands in front of you sits a large beast. You're not sure if it's a cat or a dog, but it is large, ears trained up, hearing every sound, twitching with every movement. She sets down 2 wooden goblets on the table in front of you, and that is when you first notice what you are wearing. I invite you now to just take a mental inventory. How do you look? How do you look in this place of roleplay? How do you look in this place of creation? What shoes are you wearing? What pants? What color are they? What material are they made out of? Are you wearing a belt? Are you an adventurer and you have weapons on your side? Are you a healer and so you have potions on your belt? What shirt are you wearing? Is it armor or is it clothing? As you look at your hands, are they different than your normal hands? Are your fingers long and slender? Are they short and stubby? Are they calloused of a warrior? Are they gentle as a caregiver? What does your hair look like? What do your eyes look like? What do your ears look like? Are they pointy? Are they rounded? Do you have massive earrings? What jewelry are you wearing? Take a moment. Just imagine how you look. What does this woman see in front of her as she sits down in the wingback chair across from you? So, you've finally awoken. I don't know why you were outside, but you're here now. The storm outside is raging, so we're going to be locked in this cabin for a little while. We might as well get to know each other. What's your name? What is your name? Who are you? Who does this woman see sitting across from them? Suddenly, there is a bright flash of light outside. The beast next to the woman stands, its hackles up, its teeth bared. She stands ready, draws her sword, and says, "Get back. We're not ready for this yet." And she rushes out of the room. Another flash of light and the window smashes behind you. A cold February wind comes swirling around, blowing out the fireplace, casting the entire room in darkness. Gently bring your awareness back to yourself. Bring your awareness back to the energies in the room around you. Gently float back into the room, into the now, into your body. Open your eyes. So, that is what I call character creation. That's not necessarily how we necessarily do character creation in classic tabletop roleplay. But I know some people who I've, talked about tabletop roleplay to, and they say I'm not creative. And I say bullshit. Because I guarantee you just created a character that you would have fun playing. Sorry, my co-host Finnegan is deciding to be a little bit of a shit this morning. So what did you look like? How was that experience? Creation through dissociation. That is how you are able to discover maybe something that was bothering you. Maybe that's a way for you to discover your authentic self without uncovering a whole bunch of trauma. Sometimes it's easier to talk about things when we are talking about it in maybe not a third person, but maybe in a different light. So what did you look like? The next question is, what do you sound like? Do you sound like yourself? Do you have a softer voice? Do you have a harder voice? Your authentic self is you. And I know some of you might say, but Kat, this is your familiar breakthrough. This is the same program you did for the familiar breakthrough. And kinda. The familiar breakthrough is for the intense change. This is how I do one-shots. If you feel that something is wrong and you feel that you want to experience something, we do one shot. We do a one-shot tabletop roleplay. You create your character. You find your authentic self. We go through this scenario. And then you allow yourself to integrate. You allow yourself to absorb it on the unconscious level. And then we meet again and we unpack. We unpack, what did you experience? How did it affect you? Examples. Maybe social situations make you feel like you're going to vomit because you are just discovering that you have anxiety. That's okay, because we can create your authentic self. Maybe your authentic self looks exactly like it does right now. Maybe your authentic self is you. You are aware enough to understand you are your authentic self. And your authentic self is afraid of being in the spotlight. Your authentic self is afraid of being singled out. So you have anxiety whenever you are in a leadership role. You feel like you're about to vomit because people are looking at you and they're looking for your direction. And so, with that, we put you in a leadership role so that you can experience different situations with different outcomes in a safe environment, so that if you do feel like you're going to vomit, okay, guess what? We can walk you through that and we can figure out how to prevent that from happening. We can discover rapid, meaningful results almost instantly and create a strategy for you that will allow you to deal with those things. I think that's pretty fucking amazing. And because we're playing a role-playing game, because we're playing a game, because we're playing, your conscious doesn't see it as therapy. Your conscious doesn't see it as shadow work. Your conscious does not suddenly put together, oh, we are remapping something, because you're having fun. Some of my best memories come from playing Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. But the super cool thing about tabletop roleplay is that it's not limited to Dungeons and Dragons anymore. We have found so many different game mechanics that we can play with. Yes, there are some that still live in the D&D 5e edition of things, which is totally fine. You have your charisma. You know, how well can you persuade somebody. You have strength. How much can you lift? You have your dex. How light are you on your feet? You have constitution. Roll for panic attack. You have, what am I missing? Constitution, strength, charisma, wisdom. You have wisdom. You know that a tomato is a fruit. But knowledge, you know enough not to put it in a fruit salad. And I feel like I'm missing one. D&D nerds, help me out here. Charisma, strength, charisma, constitution, strength, wisdom, dex. I don't have a character sheet next to me, so that's okay. That's the classic 5e. Intelligence, thank you. Thank you, Mike. There we go. See? I knew someone was out there that would have it. So, we have all of those stats. Do I roll stats based on the 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8? No. We roll stats in tabletop roleplay based on your authentic self. Are you strong? And then, as we go through things, maybe your stats change. Just like you. As you experience things, you change. Maybe you thought you were really, really strong in the beginning. But then as we move through things, it turns out that you're not strong, you're just dexterous. We can unlock your authentic self. We unlock things about you through tabletop roleplay. Recently, my preferred rule set is based on Modifius. Hashtag not a sponsor, send me free stuff. Modifius, they have a 2d20 system and it's based on the Fallout video game. I love me some Fallout. Fallout's great. And this is kind of where I segue into tomorrow's topic, actually, is creation. Today we talked about creation through dissociation. Tomorrow's creation. And how does creativity lead us in tabletop roleplay? And how can it help you tabletop therapy? I am trying not to use the words tabletop therapy because therapy is a word that can trigger a bunch of people. Tabletop, I used to call it tabletop therapy, Dungeons and Dragons in therapy. That's all triggering. Now it's tabletop life coaching, tabletop transformational life coaching, tabletop roleplay and life skills, or just roleplay. We have fun. If you want more information on how I do roleplay and therapy, or roleplay and life coaching, actually, if you want more information on how I do roleplay and life coaching, hit me up. We can find your authentic self through roleplay, through creation, through dissociation, and this week I think it's going to be super fun as we look more at play, we look more at unconscious levels of roleplay. Maybe you choose the same character and you're never sure why, and then suddenly we unpack it and you say, oh, that's why. And I'm also going to talk about this week why dungeon masters, or game masters more specifically, make the worst players. How can we learn to disagree and not be disagreeable, and how to let go? This is going to be a super fun week. This is going to be, oh my god, I'm going to nerd out so bad. So, we created our characters this morning, and I would be interested to hear what your character looked like. So, shoot me a DM. It doesn't have to be on Twitch if you don't want it to be. It can be through Messenger, it can be through email, it can be through SMS if you know me personally, it can be through anything. But I would be interested to hear, what does your character look like? Did your character look like you? And what was your experience with your first session of character creation? And your challenge today, because every day has a challenge, is to tell people what you do in the morning. When you get up in the morning, I listen to Kat on Twitch instead of listening to the financials or listening to the news. I listen to Kat because we do breath work, we do meditation, we talk about some awareness, and it's fun, especially watching her struggle with technical difficulties. My challenge for you is to spread the word of positivity and how these little things that we do every morning has made a positive impact on your life. So, with that, let's take our last bit of coffee, milk tea juice. Get that bite of bagel, toast, cereal, whatever you happen to be eating this morning. Find yourself a relaxing spot and close your eyes as I invite you now to join me in some morning meditation. I invite you now to close your eyes and allow the music to take your unconscious where it wants to go. Bring your awareness to your breath. Inhale through your nose, filling your belly, then your chest. Hold for a moment and release, starting with your chest and then the belly. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale through your nostrils and pause. Breathe out through your mouth and pause at the end of your exhale. Listen to the silence. If you find your thoughts wandering, that's okay. Gently bring them back to this morning meditation. Thoughts are okay. They will come. Gently let them go, coming back to your breath. Be kind to yourself and let go of any judgment. No matter how you do this meditation, it's perfect for you. For the next few breaths, bring your awareness to the rise and fall of your chest, pausing at the end of each inhale and exhale to touch the silence. Now, allow yourself to yawn. You can fake a yawn until one naturally comes in. And once you've yawned, let your breathing return to a normal pace. Just notice the natural rhythm of your breath. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Relax the muscles at the top, the sides, and back of your head. Move to your forehead, soften it. Furl your brow, wiggle your eyebrows. Just allow the muscles on your forehead to soften. Soften the eyebrows, the eyes, your ears, your cheeks. Unclench your jaw. Relax your tongue, your lips. Bring your attention to the throat. Allow the muscles surrounding it to relax. Soften the back of the neck. Move your attention to your shoulders, do the same. Focus on your upper arms, forearms, hands, relaxing each as you go. Relax each finger, the thumb, your index finger, the middle finger, your ring finger and pinky. Relax the palms of your hands. Bring your awareness to your chest. Soften the muscles that make up the chest wall. Relax your belly, your lower abdomen. Move to the top of your back. Relax the muscles around your shoulder blades, the middle part of your back, the lower part, all the way down to the buttocks. Relax your right thigh, the muscles around your knee, the front of your leg, your calf muscle, your right ankle, your right foot and toes. Now, relax your left thigh, the muscles around your left knee, the front of your left leg, your calf, your ankle, your left foot and toes. Bring your attention to your whole body. Notice any sensations you might feel. Bring your gentle attention to any area that you would like to relax further. Scan your entire body as you breathe. Let your whole being settle into this morning practice. Mentally imagine the morning sun rising. Feel its warm rays of light infusing you with beautiful yellow energy. Allow the ribbons of light to surround your body, relaxing it. Observe your breath, your calm breathing. If you find that your thoughts take you somewhere else, gently come back to the breath. Feel your chest rise with each inhale. And notice the parts of the body that gently move. Notice your chest and abdomen as you exhale. Feel the parts of your body that move. With each breath, feel the morning energy gently waking your entire body. Notice any sensations you might feel. Breathe in, sending oxygen to your head and face. Exhale. Breathe, and send life-giving air to your neck, shoulders, and chest muscles. Allow them to take in the air and get ready for the day. Breathe, and send oxygen to your entire back. Allow those muscles to awaken. Breathe. Send the oxygen to your abdomen and thighs. Breathe. Send energy from your breath to the legs to power you through the day. Breathe. Allow the sun's rays to infuse you with the energy you need to begin your day. Now, allow the energy from the air you breathe and the warm rays of the sun to begin to power you up for the whole day. Breathe into your heart. Send golden energy to your heart center in gratitude for the beginning of this new day. Bring your awareness to the breath. Remain focused on the breath for the next couple of moments. And remember, thoughts are okay. When you realize your thoughts have taken you elsewhere, gently come back to the breath. Mentally say to yourself, I control how energy and information flow. Repeat this with confidence and conviction. Imagine purple and violet light of divine wisdom and discernment coming down from the top of your head into your heart and into the rest of your body. Have that violet light come out from your chest, wrapping around you, and go back into you through your spine. The second layer of this shield is the golden light of divine, unconditional love coming down from your highest source of self-wisdom. Have the light spill from your head like a waterfall, wrap around the first shield, and move down to the bottom of your feet. The final layer of your shield is bright, clear light of divine, absolute power. Coming down from your source, surrounding your entire body, creating a bubble. The bubble extends beyond your outreached hands and below your feet and above your head. I invite you now to develop awareness of this shield. Feel the warmth and comfort of the divine, absolute power, the unconditional love and wisdom surrounding you. Show gratitude to everything and the intention, I control how energy and information flow. Slowly bring your awareness to the other energies in the room. Allow yourself to acknowledge those around you. Notice their energies and their presence. Allow the sounds of the room to bring you back to the now. And when you are ready, open your eyes. As always, I want to thank you for joining me this morning for motivation, meditation, and technical difficulties with Kat. This week, we are going to be talking about tabletop role-play therapy and how I use it in my transformational life coaching. If you want to support the stream, please feel free to mash that follow button, hit the subscribe button, or feel free to use your Amazon free Twitch subscription towards me. this video will also be posted on YouTube, and I am going to dedicate my day to figure out how to stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. If you would like to support in other ways, you can go to my website, www.livewithadvantage.com, and you can find information on my Patreon, as well as where else you can find a lot of my other social media stuff. I will let the music run for a few more moments, just so you can sit in this moment of zen in relaxation. And remember, in Dungeons & Dragons, when a player uses the help action, the other player gets to roll with advantage. So let me help you live